Betty, I don't know her maiden name. Victoria is her name now, but
her last name is Victoria?
no, Victor. She married
Victor.
Victor, V-I-T-T-O-R.
Victor,
She
Betty
married
Victor.
That's her married name.
Yeah.
She married an Italian. So, but she was in the class, one of the last classes. I sold the original, and I couldn't find out that it was the original.
Be at Century Park. No, let's see. It'd be at the vet place. No. How many places did you move to?
Well, my wife wanted, part of the time, have to sleep on the couch up here. She says, "Get out of here, I've got the doors locked." That never happens at your house, I know.
No. How long you been in this spot?
About 45 years. Hard to believe it.
Wasn't it a little bit smaller?
Was this smaller?
I mean, wasn't it like like Bill's, and then he expanded?
Oh no, this was the 5 and 10 cent store. This was the center of Kernersville. Yeah. When I moved in here, it was a ghost town. There was potbelly stoves and junk all over the place, and nobody had been here for 2 years. And anyway, John Lane said if I would buy it, he would finance it.
Really?
So that's how it got done.
That's a great story.
But I'd rented up here for about 6 months. I was down there where South Winds was. My rent was like $160 a month, and then I moved up here and it was $300 for this side. And the trophy shop was on the other side. They were paying $300.
Happy with that?
They were paying $300. Oh, I'm going to get it.
Got it. Good job.
Good job.
So
Those things are tough to open.
They might not be very good to eat either. John Lane said he would finance it for $600 a month.
Woo.
But I was already paying $3,
Yeah.
and the trophy shop was paying $3. So there's my $600. Then 24 years later, I had a
You got to pay for it.
4,000 or 5,000 building right in the middle of Kernersville.
Wow.
That's the only good thing I ever did. I just happened to live long enough. Shouldn't eat this, but
no.
I don't have my trash can out here yet. Okay.
Well, I got my other question is it now? This is just a rumor. Okay? That's something I heard on the street.
Oh my goodness.
But do you paint by numbers?
Sometimes. No.
All right, my second
But I
question.
have painted by numbers.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
When you was like 6 years old?
Maybe 7 or 8.
I actually enjoy painting by
Yeah.
numbers.
Solved all your problems.
It does.
When you gotta
Tells
solve,
you what to do.
I know, when you got to solve your own.
Well, you've been here for 40, 45 years. You had Bill's across the street, Snow's beside of you. Which was your favorite spot to eat?
Well, Charlie's for sure. I guess I've eaten at Charlie's 1,000
Yeah.
times. Bill's 500. No, Charlie's at least.
Yeah. What was your favorite meal over there? What he cooked the best?
I guess his specialty was hot dogs, but I didn't eat them. I like just breakfast. I'd come in, have breakfast, and then I wouldn't eat lunch. Come home. My wife didn't cook, so I had to go out.
Oh,
Then
no.
I'd come to Bill's, maybe. At that time, we're down to 19 dogs.
19. You still have 19.
Yeah. 19.
How many are golden retrievers?
Just one.
Just one.
Yeah. We had a fire in our house.
Yeah.
And all of them are cremated. So we,
Yeah.
they took everything out. All the socks, clothes.
Yeah.
They took the little white boxes up in the shelves where we kept them. And I asked the lady, I said, "Did you take those little white boxes out?" She said, "Yeah."
Oh no.
I said, "Did you happen to count them?" She said, "Yes, I did. There was 129 dogs that we've had." Anyway, take these, we're up to 150. We're trying to outlive a few right now. Now, one time we had 63 dogs. I don't know how we
I was
did
going to
that.
say, I asked him that question, and I believe the answer at the time that I asked you was 57. So that was amazing. 62 at one time.
Yeah, one time.
Wow.
So we've had a lot have died. And
I can't imagine.
it's Penny's passion. Mine was this place, and hers was to take care of what she said couldn't take care of themselves. So she did. Still does. Every morning. Get up. Because I live in a kennel for sure, because there's probably only 18 in the house at night. A couple of them don't get to come in. I don't know why. We got room for
How
them.
long does it take to feed? That is amazing.
Let's let her sit in the chair. She won't be comfortable there.
But when Mama first had to go to the nursing home, we were having to take care of her.
I got is that her hair?
Yeah, it's okay. I put the hair on there. Her face, I sculpted that. I looked at Mama and sculpted it and baked it.
I feel like I'm looking at her.
Oh, that's hilarious.
See, I wish some of these stories could go viral.
Wait, you did this?
I did. But now, she's not looking so good now. She's kind of fell her hair on.
She's had a hard time up
How
there.
long has it been up here?
Well, so here's the story. We were cleaning out Mom and Dad's house, and there was just a lot of stress.
You gonna put her hair?
And so, yeah. And so one day I thought, my buddy Richard might like to have her just to sit in the shop for a curiosity piece. So I happened to see him. I was hollering her around in my trunk. And I happened to see Richard. I pulled over to the side and I asked him if he would like to have her. He looked at her and he said, sure. He said, how much? I said, free. I just want her to have a good home. So we loaded her up out on the street, carried her in like a corpse. And we were dying laughing, and people were stopping and looking like, oh my goodness, what are they doing? So we brought her in and set her down. And then later I would check on her, and he named her Edna, like after Mama.
Edna.
Edna Sexton's my mama's name, and she's still living. And he said occasionally he would have her sitting in here when a customer would come in, and they would start talking to her, not realizing that she was sculpted. So
That's right.
Can we say your name?
yes, I'm Shirley Sexton Peel.
And you sculpted this?
Mm-hmm. I was born in Kernersville. Then my mom and dad moved to Mount Airy, and I lived there till I married Wayne Peel from Pilot Mountain, and then we moved back to Winston and Kernersville. We've lived here for 40
Well,
years.
Richard, you took good care of Edna.
She don't think so.
No, I can fix
I had
her up.
had her balled up in that little closet.
The moral of this story is Richard Hedgecock is not going to open assisted living.
That's right, and see, even her hands.
Look at her hands.
I can remember Mama laid her little bony hands out on the table, and I tried to sculpt them like hers. I've got her same old hands where I've never taken care of them, and I've always worked in clay and paint.
Well, you know that she needs to be at your house.
I know. See, I just thought that. I thought, okay, Lord, if it's meant to be, let it still be there.
Is this not the coolest thing?
It really is.
This made my day, and it'll make my mom and daddy's day. They've been married. It'll be 71 years Christmas Eve.
Wow.
Whoa.
Well, I got a question. Why didn't you ever do a drawing of me? Since I was a mailman for 40 years.
I did. I sent it through the post office to your house.
Well, there's your
You know
problem.
how the mail is.
It's still at Stafford Oaks, probably. Wait a minute, at Century Park. No, let's see. It'd be at the vet place. No. How many places did you move to?
Well, my wife.
You say we all die someday. I fall down the rabbit hole. I pray that my skin feels like paper, so I can remember that I will degrade. Disintegrate, gray, someday, 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 I told lies, made my mother cry. I took the bait that was poisonous inside. I hope it doesn't crystallize over me as I get older.
Well, the one that stands out for me is probably Mildred Ballard. She was the only artist in Kernersville, and she was the only artist I think she ever knew. But she was definitely an artist, and her work was folk art. But she knew I had a frame shop, and she framed all her stuff. She never bought a frame from me. She always found a frame and put her stuff together, and if you ever tried to take it apart and frame it, it was never square, but it had character, and it was such that she didn't need to sign it because you knew whose it was. She had a style, and it's hard to develop a style. People want to develop a style, but she did it because she painted a lot. And she loved Kernersville, and she loved Kernersville to the point that she bartered. She bartered for her room, she bartered for her food, she bartered for whatever, and sold a few. She probably painted hundreds of pictures. I finally got one of hers that's classic of hers, that's of the haunted house and a lady driving a buggy by it as fast as she could, which I've got in there. And but she did that for that and hobos and things that she made up. She made up everything, and that was the beauty of her art. She wasn't copying something. I do a lot of reference material because I want it to look real. Well, she wanted it to look emotionally like she felt, and she would come in with a new painting and say, "Richard, you just got to see this. I just painted this." And it's, see that hobo there and the little boy behind him? They were both going to run away from home. And, you know, she'd tell that story, and her tears, her eyes would well up, and you could see tears in them, and she was so into it. And her paintings were worth far more when she talked about them, you know. And so she was the first real character that was unique. Stay as young as you can. Next thing you know, you're going to turn around and you're 78 years old, and you wonder where time has gone. Enjoy your life. Find something that's meaningful that you can share. I think the whole gist of us being here is to share things for the glory of God. We're basically selfish and, you know, want something that's, you know, all us, but it isn't. It's not all us. We're put here for a purpose, and we need to find that purpose and share that purpose. And for me, it's my Lord Jesus Christ. And but stay young as you can, as long as you can.
What is the meaning of life?
That's why I keep going to church. I don't have the answer to that. I think you just live your life and try to find meaning in that. Trying to find meaning in thanking God for the opportunity to live and to give back. I'm at the stage in my life where I've had a lot of wonderful people that's been around me that have given to me, and I'm at the stage where I want to give back. So anyway, I don't know whether that's meaning or not, but it's meaning enough for me.
All right, to everybody this time of the year, what would you have to say to them? Just
the primitive Baptists say that one day is no more meaningful than the rest. So if your Christmas is in your heart today, Let it remain 365 days of the year.
Brother, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. That was beautiful.
I love you.